Again and again, I come back to any time that blacks are perceived to be doing well. There used to be this fiction among conservative political circles that, and one representative famously said, well, all black people need to do is to adopt the capitalist method. If y'all are just more like us, there's not been a time when we have not embraced the capitalist method. Making money, we made money in the motherland before we came here. We know how this stuff works. We know how mediums of exchange work. We don't need to have you teach us a system you've already double crossed. Anyway, we don't need that. So whether it's DC or the Tulsa, we see that evidence of black success sets people off. It makes them jealous. And that has to be considered one of the reasons for the Tulsa race massacre and one of the fundamental reasons for the DC race riot of 1919, Black Progress. If we had a time machine and I could take you back to about 7th and R, just 7th and R, and we're walking toward Georgia Avenue, man, the noise you hear up off 13th Street is they just finishing up. It's going to open in November 1919. A little edifice we call the White Law Hotel. We come back to 7th Street. You already got the Howard Theater there. And wait, there's news that there's going to be another huge black building right at 7th and T. It's going to be called the Paul Laurence Dunbar Theater Southern Aid Building, one of the oldest oldest black insurance companies. So you have evidence of black progress in the heart of our community. And again, that sets people off. Now, of course, we have the superficial reason in Tulsa and in DC, the issue of supposed sexual violence. When it's likely that in Tulsa, a young black man may have brushed a young white woman, and that's it. In the case of the 1919 race riot in DC, Charles Rawls may or may not have brushed against, or his umbrella brushed against, Elsie Stefanik. We don't know. There's some evidence to suggest that she later recanted. But that kind of outrage has to be taken care of. These Negroes, they're prosperous, they got their own cars, the women are looking good, and let it be known that at least one black woman in the DC race riot of 1919 was stripped naked and had to be had to be escorted home. I mean, there was every kind of insult, black people being shot, one brother shot getting off a bus, couples assaulted. Carter G. Woodson has to hide in the doorway of a building to keep from being attacked. The father of Thurgood Marshall, he's in town, light-skinned brother. He said he had to run from both mobs. The white folk thought he was black, and the black folk thought he was white. He had to be particularly dexterous in terms of getting away from folk, that because he was in the city at that time. But we can imagine that black folk shooting back. And of course, we have the issue of Kerry Johnson, who shoots a white cop who burst into her house claiming that he has to go up on the roof and expel the people that are shooting down. Black women, black men. The sisters ain't taking back seat. They're throwing bricks. Those that knew about firearms, everybody engages. You had black men get on bicycles to go to other parts of the community to warn black people to get ready. That's extraordinary solidarity. Extraordinary solidarity. It seems, in retrospect, almost dangerous if the word got out that here's another historical example of how we stuck together